A good marketing scheme can help make or break the initial release of a film. If a movie's marketing campaign stands out, creative, fun, noticeable, then the name of the film will spread like wildfire alongside. Over the course of the film industry, we've seen great and appalling marketing attempts made by multiple different studios. For example, the Blair Witch Project had an iconic marketing scheme wherein they fooled the general public into believing 3 students had actually gone missing. That footage had simple red balloons tied to sewers in cities all over America, a simple spray paint stencil reading "It is closer than you think," alongside the release date. Even in recent history, the Barbie movie team showed excellent marketing talent, creating multiple new trends and somehow managing to boost another movie alongside it in conjunction, Oppenheimer. The Room's review were so bad that they decided to capitalise on it. They marketed it as the worst film in recent history, and now it's notorious and somehow still a cult classic. Deadpool is a movie adaptation of the beloved comic book character of the same name. Making $782.6 million in the box office, it's obvious that the marketing campaign contributed greatly to the film's initial success. It was the strangest yet most attention-grabbing marketing scheme seen in recent history, stopping in not only one, not two, probably more than it's even on record, different marketing schemes. For months after the film's release, people were still finding fun and fantastic ways which Deadpool had been advertised and sharing it online. This included fake dating profiles, misleading billboard advertisements, a trailer for the trailer, and those are only the most noticeable and well known. They had posters of Deadpool vandalizing the posters of other superhero movies, Deadpool branded parodies of other brand advertisement, fake movie covers for other films, but so today, featuring Deadpool. Be looking at some of the marketing madness and seeing why exactly it worked as well as it did.
Due to bad fan reaction to the role which Ryan Reynolds played in X-Men Origins of this dull, lifeless version of Deadpool that you can see on screen, there was a lot of uproar. This wasn't what fans wanted and was unlike any depiction of the fan favourite Merc with a Mouth character that we all know and love. Nowadays, Ryan's current depiction of the character is much more similar to the comics. That could have been so different, however, as this version of the character was one of the driving reasons behind Ryan Reynolds making this film. In 2012, he made footage using his CGI animation company, Blur Studio, with Ryan himself voicing the iconic character. This footage, however, was still not enough to convince Fox to greenlight the film, due to its graphic nature and bad reception last time he was on screen. The footage ended up being leaked to the public, and due to its incredible reception and millions of views and overwhelming, impossible to ignore response, the film was finally confirmed as in production. This has always been speculated as a publicity stunt by Reynolds to finally get his film the budget and distribution it so definitely deserved, especially due to the fact that if it was never leaked, there is no way to know if we would have ever even gotten the film. The test footage also ended up being revamped and made it into the final cut of the film. This interview on The Tonight Show with Ryan Reynolds seems to suggest the possibility that he leaked the footage onto YouTube. In a future trailer for the trailer released in 2014, Deadpool is seen telling the audience that they can see the full-length trailer the following day, with the character swearing and immediately making fun of last time he was on screen, providing fans with exactly what they wanted, only building up even more hype for the film and trailer to be released the next day.
Deadpool dating profiles. Amidst all of the well-hyped Deadpool marketing campaign strategies came a surprise attack. All of a sudden, a Deadpool dating profile was appearing on the dating app Tinder. It included a picture of Deadpool making a heart with his hands and a description stating, "Semi-professional bad guy, unaliver, chimichanga connoisseur, and frequent patron of Sister Margaret's School for Wayward Girls." Check out Deadpool, starring Ryan Reynolds, in theaters Friday, February 12th. If a person were to match with Deadpool, Deadpool would then send them a message saying, "Deadpool here, get a load of the world's greatest icebreaker. When it works for you, take your match to see my movie. Fox.co/Deadpool. Don't let anyone treat you like yellow starburst. You're pink starburst." At the time of this first being introduced, comicbook.com explained they are unsure whether or not 20th Century Fox was behind the dating profile and mentioned that it is possible that a fan had created the profile. However, they continued that the probability of 20th Century Fox being behind this scheme was highly likely. This is due to the legitimacy of the profile. Most of the Deadpool marketing kept referring to its Valentine's Day release date. The dating profile also referred to this. The message received from Deadpool on the app also included an official link to buy tickets to watch the movie in theatres, making the profile even more legitimate. Emoji billboards. During his interview on The Graham Norton Show, Ryan Reynolds was asked about some of the marketing schemes and advertisements he and 20th Century Fox created. One of the advertisements brought to light was the emoji billboard of a skull, poop emoji, and the capital letter L, creating the emoji version of Deadpool. Reynolds mentioned that this was previously used as a jokey text message between him and a few other people. The Fox marketing team then said to them that they would make it into an actual billboard. Reynolds did not believe they would actually do so at first. However, he was soon proven to have thought wrong. The Deadpool marketing team did not stop here with the emojis. During the 12 days of Deadpool campaign, 20th Century Fox released a downloadable Deadpool emoji keyboard. The keyboard featured multiple versions of Deadpool's mask, creating different facial expressions, hand movements, and some of his friends, of which being X-Men's Colossus and Blind Al. Both iPhone and Android users were capable of downloading the keyboard.
The marketing for Deadpool was extensive, ranging from partnerships with apps to a multitude of different billboards being crafted for the film. One billboard advertisement in particular stood out among all the rest, the romance advertisement. On this billboard, we see Ryan Reynolds and Marina Baccarin on a shimmering gold background with the slogan, "True Love Never Dies." This really sold the theme of a fairy tale type of romance. A romance film with a fated pair who end up together despite all the odds stacked against them, when in reality, Deadpool is a hardcore action film with extreme violence and crude humour. So why does this marketing work? Even though the campaign could have been seen as false advertisement, since romance isn't a main theme of the film, it's more of a subplot, the advertisement fits the character profile of Deadpool. Deadpool is a jokester. He's a prankster who can't take anything seriously, and he breaks the fourth wall. So having an advertisement that shows a gory action film as a romance film fit the profile and it fit the spirit of the film. The campaign was a risk, but it worked out in the end, and it went viral and even started trends which had boyfriends taking their girlfriends to the film under the guise of it being a romance, like one that they would have seen Ryan Reynolds acting in the past. A survey done in 2018 in the United States showed that 55% of men enjoy going to see a romance film, compared to 77% of women enjoying going to see a romance film. This could have worked out since the film was coming out around Valentine's Day, and their partner could have seen it as a romantic gesture that, even though knowing they may not particularly enjoy the film, they were doing it out of love for their partner. In the end, the ethics of that may be a bit dodgy, but again, that fits the spirit of the character of Deadpool, and it fits the spirit of the film, that jokester and that prankster way of acting.
In conclusion, the success of Deadpool's marketing campaign can be attributed to its wide range of demographic. Online or offline, old or young, somebody was bound to see the advertising campaign for Deadpool, and it's very easy to attract attention to. As such, that meant that many people knew of the film coming out, knew of its release, and there was many reasons for them to go see it, not only attributed to the campaign, and the campaign definitely boosted the reason to go see it, seeing as it was so creative and individual.